Alright, what's going on? Welcome to another video. I did not film this truck when I got the tires on it, and I'll go into a little bit detail what brand they are, what size and whatnot, but I got them about a year ago, and I know that's like man, but at that time we were just extremely busy. We couldn't crank out videos like we used to, but nonetheless, I got a new set of tires. Well, obviously it's a year old, so I put around roughly 15 to 20,000 miles on them. And before I go in, I just want to say, I know on the last video I was going to explain as to why I got rid of the F450, but I'm going to have to gather my thoughts on that, do a little bit more, be a little bit more educated on that conversation, because the things I say, I got to be very careful. Those are, kind of, I would say, you kind of have to know what you're talking about. I just don't want to give you all false information, so I'll get to that video another point in time, but as of right now, I just wanted to do this just to start, creating videos again, because I know I haven't been, let's just say, taking care of the YouTube channel. So with that being said, let's dive right in. So I got a set of Toyo Open Countries RTs, I believe. So they're not the off-road one, and they're not the all-terrain, so they're like right in the middle. And in my opinion, I think these are really good tires. We pull, obviously we have a gooseneck in the back, so I pull, I have a gooseneck trailer, so we pull, so there it is. I pull it, and for some darn reason, these tires, the compound, I'm not sure, but it's a really good compound. Like I said, we put 15,000 miles on them already, and they're still great. I mean, look how much thread is on these things. So anyways, so I just wanted to kind of give you my 2 cents on that tire. The size is a 33 by 12 and a half, and they are on the stock aluminum Ford rims. Now, one thing I do want to point out, if you guys want to upgrade tires, you know how the factories are like, heck, I don't know, 18 by, I think it's 255 or 265 or something like that, or I think a little bit smaller. You want to keep in mind, if you have a dually, that you're going to need a spacer in the back. So what we did was we got I believe it's a 2-inch spacer, aluminum. So when I bought the tires, the guy's like, hey man, you got to get spacer. So I was like, you know what? No, I mean, we have to. I mean, the only downside of that, if you don't get a spacer, is that when you're driving, you know how the tires might inflate and might rub with each other, which, I mean, I know some people run it like that, but in my sense, I'm towing a trailer, I don't want nothing to happen, so I said, yeah, go ahead and throw them on. So it's just another like $200 option, but guys, don't neglect that. Just play it safe, and also you get, obviously get the good spacers. You don't want to kind of cheap out on that. I don't know what brand it is, to be honest with you, but I just wanted to point that out, just to kind of give you a heads up, because you're buying the set of tires, and then you're gonna have to buy a spacer. So just keep that in mind. Just a little added cost to your to the overall price of this thing. But anyways, these are sick. They're not too tall. Like I said, they're 33 by 12 and a half all the way around. They're pretty nice. The thing I love about it is that they stick out, and I love that. I mean, it's not too aggressive. I'm not sure if you guys are very, are you looking to get an offset, kind of like tires sticking out of your fenders, which I personally love. But as you can tell, you got about, I would say, a good 3 inches from the fender. I know it doesn't look like in camera, but it's in real life you'll see it better. It's about 3 inches, and I just think it's freaking awesome. So there's that side. There's that one as well. So, again, 2-inch spacer, 12 and a halves. And then here is I wish I turned the truck on, but I don't want to. But anyways, here it is right there. Oh, another thing I was kind of concerned about is rubbing. Now, I was originally going to get 35s by 12 and a halves, but because I have a buddy that has an exact same dually. Well, his is a 2020, and he has 35s, but he had to level it, and I was like, man, I don't want to do that. So that's why I stick with the 33s. Now, I do hear that you can stick, or you can put on 35s by 12 and a halves, but I mean, the chances of rubbing is really high, but nonetheless, you get full turning radius on these things, so you can do a full lock left, full left right, and you have no issues whatsoever. Now, I say that with, take that with a grain of salt. I think a full lock, you do get a little bit. Now, I haven't seen any visible rubs on this, on the control arm, nor on the sway bar. So, it might just be me, but I kind of feel like the steering gets a little bit stiffer as it, it does a full lock. But look at that, there's no rubbing that I can visually see. It might just be me though, but see, nothing there, and nothing. Oh wait, never mind. There we go. Oh wait, yes, nothing there. So, like I said, you get full turning radius. These tow freaking awesome. In the rain, they're amazing as well. I've took it off-road with the gooseneck. We were dumping some brush from a job that we were doing, and it was like a field, you know, just mud. And I was like, man, I don't think my truck's gonna make it. So I put it in 4-wheel high, and sure enough, these things did not spin. Well, I spinned it personally because, you know, I wanted to have fun, but these things do not spin. I guess you know, the way that designed this pattern, it just bites and tears into the mud, which, you know, just makes it that much better. So, I mean, overall, I think they're great. They're fantastic. Let me give you a better shot out here. But they're just really, really good tires, like I said. So I would take these on my next set on my 250. I'm definitely gonna get Nittos. I'm sorry, not Nittos, Open Country, because the Nittos, I've only had those for a year, and they're like dang near bald. Like, so my next set is gonna be a 35 by 12.5 Toyo Open Country RTs, but I'm debating between the Mud Train just because I don't tow as much with that truck as this one. So, you know, it's, you know, the experience I had with these tires, and everyone has their opinion, right? You know, you have Nittos, you have Toyos, which is, I think, is technically the same company, and then you got, you know, your what's the other brand, BF Goodrich and all that. But really, what it comes down to, don't take my word for it, but it comes to experience. You know, because everyone has different vehicles for different applications. You know, there's people that do towing, people that do off-roading, there's people that just do nothing but highway driving, and that plays into the factor when you get, or when you know, purchase a set of tires. So it's really, to be honest, I can't recommend them. All I can say is they're awesome in my application, and if you do, I mean, they're just, I just like them. I mean, I've never had a set of tires that has had 15,000 miles with the load and has not really, I mean, you can still have, like, I'm not sure if you can see that, but like that's like originally when it came with, it was like, there you go, that's a good example right here. So it had this much. Now it's kind of wearing out, but look, I mean, 15,000 miles with the gooseneck trailer with about 15,000 pounds. I mean, get out of here. Like, that's crazy. So I really like them. Like I said, do your research. It might suck. You might have to pull the trigger on some of these sometimes, you know, with, you know, different brands and try them out. But whatever works in your application, you know, just go with it. In this case, it works for me. Towing, off-roading, highway. They're super quiet, which I do love. And believe it or not, these are a lot softer for some darn reason than the factories. This truck rides a lot smoother, despite it being like a freaking, what is it, 8,000, 9,000 pound truck. So yeah, that's another benefit. So like I said, just great overall impressions on this tires. Open Country, you know, Toyo. I think I forgot who owns it. Nitto owns Toyo, or vice versa. Toyo owns Nitto, but they make a fantastic tire. I probably will never go with the Nitto again, just because, like I said, only on cars, but we don't have cars anymore. So like I said, that, I don't know why, but they just like balled out really quick. Now it might have been because I was towing with it, but regardless, I mean, that truck does not weigh near as much as this one, and this one is just handling like a champ, tread wise and tire wise. So yeah, so on the next set I'll get Nittos, or darn it, Open Countries, and kind of go with that. But nonetheless, I just wanted to kind of show you guys what we I wouldn't say upgrade, we just, well, it did upgrade because we went a little bit taller and a whole hell of a lot wider. So I love, I mean, you guys, I mean, these dualies, they come with chicken leg tires. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, the tires were like way in here, and I'm like, heck no, dude. So when those things were balled out, I was like, let's go get some decent, you know, tires. So I mean, look at that. Like, that is so girthy and beefy. I mean, it makes the rear end look so much better. And you know, when you're driving, I mean, who doesn't like a wide stance dually? I mean, those are just, oh, they're just so freaking good looking. They're freaking, whew, man. Yeah. Anyways, so there you go. Toyo RTs, Open Country, 33 by 12.5. If you're interested, you know, obviously go to your local, you know, tire shop, tire supply, whatever. Just, you know, I have nothing but good things to say about this tire. So with that, you know, like I said, just there it is. I just wanted to kind of, you know, take some time out of today, and you know, it was actually kind of a beautiful day. It's not too hot, not too cold, so, and you know, not too extremely windy. So there's just a little update of this truck. And as far as, like, you know, how this truck has been holding up, nothing but good things on Ford. And mind you, everyone has different experiences, you know, with trucks, whether it be Ford, Chevrolet, you know, Dodge, or whatever. But overall, these trucks, these Ford, I mean, they really hit it on the spot in terms of reliability, towing, stopping, just the components alone is just like, freaking awesome. So enough of, rambling about that. I just wanted to show you the tires we got and, what the stance was. Nothing crazy, but it just makes it look that much bigger, wider. And actually I lifted it like a couple inches, so it's a little bit taller. So overall, if you plan on, pulling the trigger on a set of tires like these, not necessarily this brand, but some size, at least it'll give you an idea of what it'll look like. So with that, I'm gonna end this video. Have a great freaking fantastic day, and I will see you on the next one.